We're coming to the Goog for the announcement about Chrome. I have parked in my secret parking area. Look, oh, I'm now revealing it to the Google people. Uh-oh. Anyway, that's Google over there. And there are many tassels of bicycles. And I'm going in for the press conference about their new browser, which is apparently a Windows killer. It is not, but nonetheless, that's what some in the press will be calling it. So the motley press comes in. It's actually kind of empty yet, but it's still early. Google. I'm going to set up those chairs, so it's going to be like, I don't know, like we're on a actor's studio thing. I'm going to ask Eric Schmidt where he gets his motivation. Look, tech memes all chromey. Chrome, 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 chrome. You can tell it's the day after Labor Day.
This is stuff that
Ryan O'Shaughnessy,
hey,
what do you have today? Say today here.
Well, it's all about Chrome today, Kara.
Is it?
And Picasso. Let's not forget about...
Is it the Windows killer?
No. Come on. This is just about making the user experience better for today's
that's
web.
what you care about at Google.
That's right.
No,
that's right.
Yeah, I like it. Are you excited, though?
Very excited, actually.
Good.
Very
Excellent.
excited.
I'm going to go look at your snacks right now, okay?
Do that.
Excellent.
Go do that.
Furrier. This is John Furrier. John,
hey.
You're the host of the snacks. I don't think they're organic in any
A
way.
lot of good snacks.
They're quite caloric, and they use half and half over here.
To
deal with that. Half and half. It's not even organic half and half. What's going on? It does have those little stupid bubbles on them. What do you think? Furrier, what do you think of this Chrome situation?
Burning Man.
Chrome, give me a smart Chrome remark, Furrier.
First of all, this egg is the future of the browser.
Yeah, this is the browser. And?
It's very, very shiny.
Okay, excellent. Seriously, what do you think? What do you think of it?
Chrome?
Exciting?
I like it. Yeah,
you like
I think
it?
the world
Of course,
needs
you haven't
it.
used it yet, as typical bloggers.
Well, I've been waiting for a new browser for
a
long time. I mean, everything's been a 1.0 kind of add-ons, but nothing, streaming media to...
So game on here, right?
Yeah, I love
You're looking for innovation.
Yeah, I mean, Firefox is a great browser, and this is a validation to Firefox, in my opinion. And, modern browser means media files, downloading high-res video, like HD or whatever.
Excellent, Furrier. Stop talking. Excellent. Let's have some snacks. Okay, now we're cooking with some chromey gas. I like Chrome. I don't have a lot of Chrome in my car, but I'm getting a new mini convertible. Not to brag, but I think I will. And it has a lot of Chrome. Okay. Counting down the minutes until this begins.
The last thing I expected to spend my Labor Day on was tracking down how shipping works at Google, how we ship stuff, and so on. So hope you all had a chance to skim through the comic. Just wanted to give you a little bit more color behind how the comic came about, since that's how most people found out about Chrome. So Eric Antonow, who leads marketing for Chrome, is a huge Scott McCloud fan. So for those of you who don't know, Scott McCloud is a legend in the comic world, and he has written some great books in terms of understanding comics, how comics work, and so on. So as we were talking about how best to describe, Chrome is technically very complex. There's a lot of work that's gone inside Chrome, and we were looking for a good way to describe it to everyone else. And
so let me just show you some of the things you can do with them. For instance, it's easy to select tabs. You can also grab them and drag them. They're very friendly. It's almost like you want to drag them. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a tab. I can drag it out too into a new window if I want to create a separate window. You can also drag it back in if you want to consolidate windows. And it's really easy to do, feels really nice. They're really grabbable and draggable, and very friendly as well.
And on the webcast for participating with us on short notice. I wanted to just say a few things I thought the team hadn't said. I wanted them to be out front, because again, they're such an amazing team. They worked so hard on this, and I think you've seen that in some of the details they showed. I've been using Chrome now for quite a while, actually, and I really enjoyed using it. I used it as my primary browser. And I've actually used it to the detriment of the team on a really slow old computer on purpose, to really force them to make it fast without a lot of memory and on slower computers and so on. And I think that's one of actually the main issues with the web today. So you actually, if you look at what you're doing on the web, you're actually looking at a blank screen or you're waiting for something pretty often. And speed, they didn't go into a lot of detail on speed, although it feels very, very fast. But it's a hard thing to measure. It depends how much memory you have, it depends what web pages you're on, it depends on a number of different things. I think the team has done an amazing job of dealing with all those issues. And they're smiling to say, they haven't heard me say that, because I'm always very hard on them.
Were you guys directly involved, and how did you keep it?
How did we keep it? We were directly people involved, and we were involved just by using it. I use a Mac, so I've been complaining about the Mac version. I've been temporarily using VMware to run it, and it does run within VMware on a Mac, but I hope to have a native port soon. I think it stayed quiet largely because of, thankfully, the thoughtfulness and diligence of Googlers, and secondly because there were all these browser rumors out there, and there's, you know, just happened to migrate from being false to being true. But
The code that they're using is open source, so people can improve it, and really, there's a real healthy ecosystem of choices, as Sergey mentioned. I think is really important. I think if there's just one choice, we wouldn't have any, there'd be no progression made, really. And so I think that's a really important thing, given that, you know, we get to all of you through the browser. We get to all of our users through the browser. That's a really, really important part of our ecosystem as a company.
Sundar, introduce yourself.
I'm Sundar Pichai. I'm a Vice President of Product Management here at Google.
So you're the guy, the honcho on this Chrome project, right?
Oh, it's
all on you, Sundar.
It's a large team effort. Linus here.
Yeah. It's all you, Sundar. It's all about Sundar, as far as I'm concerned. Listen. How do you feel about getting this out the door?
Very exciting. It was over 2 years of effort for us. So there are a lot of very good engineers on the team. So one of the most exciting
What is
product
the one thing you want to accomplish? I mean, in doing this, the one major thing.
We all really care about seeing open source, open standards-based browsers become more, mainstream in the web. And I think it helps everyone, including Google.
Innovation, definitely. But why couldn't you do that through Mozilla? You felt you had a control of the software?
No, in many ways we wanted to. Mozilla is doing great stuff, and they have their ideas, and they're proceeding down that path great. We had a pretty different idea. We wanted to fundamentally rewrite it, and I don't think it was right for us to impose that on Mozilla or anyone else.
Right.
So we wanted to add our voice, but do it open so that we can all collaborate.
Has the browser become the operating system, do you think, or in 5 years? Or it really kind of is useful for everyone, and they use it pretty much 100% of the time now.
Technical definition of an operating system is the glue between software and hardware.
Let's change definitions, Sundar. Go ahead.
But so the way I think of it is a platform for web applications for sure. But I think there is a lot of additional things which operating systems do, which we don't even pretend to do.
How consumers interface, how advertisers interface, how people get information.
You mean from that term?
Yes.
I still think of it as, it's still an application for most people. If you walk to a user, they're just surfing the internet. The internet is the application, right? We are just a tool to make it happen. So that's the way I think of it as.
And any predictions on market share? Going up against someone who has a big market share, kind of opposite to Google's search market share.
We are interested in getting millions and millions of users. And more importantly, I want open source, open standards-based browsers to increase share on the web.
And Mac version when?
No timing yet, working very, very hard on it. So.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot, Sundar.
All right, thanks.
Okay, Larry and Sergey are still in the scrum answering questions. Oh, Mr. AP guy laughed. Hello. So there's still questions about what's going on and what's going to happen, and other reporters are posting news worldwide. Other people are eating snacks over there. The launch is over. Today on Inside the Actors Studio, we discussed Larry Page's motivations for doing the Chrome browser. Fear of Microsoft or not.